We seek to engage in a critical dialogue about spatial learning by discussing how we separately investigate the processing and interpretation of sensory information. We seek to highlight not only the intersections of our fields, but also how the differences can serve to influence our current methods.
My lab studies the brain regions and the brain cells that are involved in representing locations in space. We investigate how brain activity changes during navigation through different spaces and how the brain creates memories of these spatial experiences. My lab is interested in discovering the brain states that are optimal for creating an integrated representation of our surroundings that may be used to orchestrate our movements through the environment.
In contrast to the sensory's reactionary relationship to spatial perception, the discipline of architecture establishes spatial order. Our practice places strong emphasis on sustainability and energy efficiency, creating a direct correlation between the environment and human body. The modulation of natural versus artificial light cycles correlates to somatic needs, while structural layouts composed of the tension between solid and void form varying zones of privacy within domestic and public spaces. Structures dictated by visual cues of the physical site demonstrate the desire to blur the boundary between outdoor and interior spaces. The resulting modulation of space inconspicuously provides an atmospheric comfort for the occupant while simultaneously regulating their circulation, ultimately expressing the architect's envisioned and predetermined physical experience of the constructed environment.
Within my art studio practice, I consider how the virtual realm integrates with the three-dimensional world and how that both challenges and shifts the human relationship with our surroundings. Through built investigations of installations, illuminated structures, and kinetic sculptures, I've experimented with shifts between light and physical forms in an effort to capture the transitory, the residuals of an analog-digital translation. For our panel discussion, I'm presenting an animation of a rendered installation composed of maze-like passages that integrate concepts based upon Dr. Colgin's research. The undulating architectonic planes composing the directed shafts negotiate positive and negative space, while their surfaces offer a duality of function as wall, floor, and ceiling. The projected video will serve as a touch point for discussion during the panel session on where art and architectural perceptual theories both meet and diverge from how our brains process experiences in different spaces. We live in a rapidly evolving, complex world where new spatial challenges are introduced as quickly as others are surpassed. Emerging issues both at the forefront and boundary of the digital realm and physical world require interdisciplinary influences that challenge modes of working and encourage shifts in perspective. We hope that you select us for the opportunity to share our discussion with the South by Southwest EDU audience.